And then, like I said, within both, regardless of, we're talking about berets or raza unida, you have gender emerge as another tension.
On both sides.
On both sides. Yeah, both sides. The women are...
How did that play itself out?
Again, in organizational forms. The women, regardless of which path was followed, they end up forming their own organizations. So within the berets, you have the Chicana berets emerging, and that becomes an issue. And I talk about that, how it ends up, the male berets end up blaming the demise of the organization on the fact that they started admitting women. Okay? There's a dispute about that, but anyway, of course, the Chicanas deny that. They said they just weren't getting respect and so forth, even though that's what carnalismo called for. They're trying to expand the notion of carnalismo to include sisterhood. It's not just brotherhood. Very interesting, Yeah, so that's going with the berets. Same thing happening with Raza Unida. The women storm in, according to Luz Gutierrez, who was Jose Angel's wife at the time, that they stormed into one meeting of Ciudadanos Unidos, which was the policy-making group in Crystal City for Raza Unida. And they stormed in saying, we don't want to be tamale makers, because the women were all in the auxiliary. They were in auxiliary. They weren't part of the policy-making board. They stormed in and said, we want to be part of this board, And so you can imagine the men talking about, well, I don't know if I want my wife having meetings with men and in halls and it was just kind of. But anyway, but the women asserted themselves and they formed their own group, Mujeres por la Raza Unida, had their own conferences, their own leadership development sessions, things like that.